part 3. This is my Google form. You see I have my graphic that I created in Photoshop. Now I'm going to do some information about my store. Now I want to make this point perfectly clear to you that the store that you're going to create does not have to be a shoe store. Okay, it could be a clothing store, it could be a makeup store, it could be a beauty salon, it could be an auto parts store, what have you. But this is where you're going to create your questions for people before they come into the store, because remember, you're making an online store, right? So what would be the most obvious question for a shoe place? What size shoe do you wear? Now, since Google Form, what it does is it reads exactly what you're typing and it tries to put together the format in which people will answer. So you can choose a number of things down here. You can say multiple choice, you can have them write it, you can have check boxes, you can have drop downs. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep it at a short answer, because people can just type in a number right there, right? And you'll be able to, the user on the back end will be able to type this in. All right, so I'm going to press pause. I'm going to create some more questions. I'm going to let you see what I come up with. Really quickly, this is how you add more questions, this plus sign right here. Click it, add more questions. Let's let you watch me create a question here. Let's see, what kind of question can I ask about shoes? Okay, so I'm going to keep it at multiple choice. Right here, you write the answer that they would choose. You have to hit add other, and you go add option. Now, again, if this is your first time using Google Forms, which I probably think it is, you can just keep it simple and just keep it at multiple choice, but this is determined by the kind of question that you ask. Okay, so remember that this is determined by the kind of question you ask. If your question is not fall into the category of multiple choice, you will have to choose one of these other ones. And I will tell you that the more projects we do, you will have to use these other options. Okay. All right. So now that I'm finished with that, I want to open up Adobe Spark. I'm going to keep that open. I'm going to pause this while I open up Adobe Spark. All right, we're back for part 3. I've opened up Adobe Spark. Now, the 800 by 200 pixel that I have right here, I still have it saved on my desktop, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that in this area right here. So I'm going to click on it, upload photo, Shoe Depot. There you go. All right, so I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Now, this is where it gets interesting. What we're going to do is we are going to share this form, okay? We're going to share the form. So how do we do that? First, we click on send. Okay. We're going to click right here. All right, and it's going to produce this URL. All you have to do is click copy. You don't have to highlight anything. All right, so now we go over back into Adobe Spark, and you see this where it says button. Okay, this is where you paste your Google form. This is where you title your Google form. Okay, this is where you decide on the alignment, if it goes to the left, center, or to the right. I always like to put it on the center. All right, so we're going to close our Google form. we're going to click on preview. And if everything works right, I should be able to click this form and should be able to fill it out. Now, when the customer fills it out, it's going to go back into my A-Leaf ISD Google account. I'll be able to see it. So let's see. What's that shoot you wear? What's your favorite color of shoe? Submitted it. Okay. Now I'm going to close this. I'm going to open up my A-Leaf ISD Google account. I'm going to show you where these are at. Click on Forms. We go to Store Information. You will see a number right here that says Responses, and that's my response. You can look at it. And that's what it looks like when it goes back to you. Alright, let's see where we're at. Alright, I'm going to stop this one and upload another one.